Hello, everybody. So, welcome to something a little bit different that I've been thinking about doing for the last couple of months. Can you see me? Like, it's a bit bright in the background, but the reason why I'm gonna be doing these lives is because I want people to get to know me a little bit more, but in the unedited version of my world and my life, right? Um, how can I say? Sometimes I get a little bit tired and I can't be bothered to do to record, edit, and go through that whole creation process of videos. And doing something like this, people can get to know me a little bit differently. It's also for people to be able to answer me any questions. Good morning, Dion, about anything, rather than it being just watching a video about something that I share, something that I talk about, and you can't really have real live interaction with me. It's also to get to know me much more differently on a much more personal level. As you can see, I don't have a background on in you just see me living in Kingston, Jamaica. And so I'll be doing things in the house, or as I just go around, um, just doing things like I normally do every day. And just you can just message me in the chat, ask me anything, any questions, whether it's to do with me living and working in Jamaica, why did I move to Jamaica, my career, why I do what I do. I'm going to be doing more structured live sessions starting from Monday, every Monday, 6 p.m. EST, and I'm going to be doing a series of live training, right? Facilitation topics, key topics that can help you in your personal and professional growth. I have read a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and I'm certified to facilitate it, and I have done for many years. I talk about it in and out and weave out of the videos that I do. You'll probably see like affiliate links about buy this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So I thought, let me do a session, several sessions on it for free, so people can get to understand these techniques and paradigms that can change your life. So yeah. Anyway, so that's me. I'm going to say hello, good morning, Grand Rising Dion. It's great to see you here. One of the first people to join. If you have any questions, you can just drop it in the chat. I'm experimenting with this. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to get up now because I want to make myself a cup of tea. So clearly all of you can hear my British or English accent. And yes, unfortunately or fortunately, I like tea. If I was born and raised in the UK, if I wasn't born and raised in the UK, would I like tea? Probably not. So I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. So here's my kitchen. In the background, I'm going to sneeze. I suffer from hay fever, allergies. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. Wow. That was unexpected. So let's talk. So I don't have any questions in the chat yet. So let me, I don't know, talk about me. All right. I'm pausing because I think I'm going to sneeze again. Nope, I'm not. Let's talk about me. So who are you, Natalie? Well, my name's Natalie Smith. Where do you live, Natalie? I live in Kingston, Jamaica. Dion says no questions so far. Okay, so let me go on a bit more about me. What top are you wearing, Natalie? Well, this I'm just trying to figure some things to say, because in fact I can talk about me, but then I'm like, well, where do I start and where I talk about me? Because there's so much to talk about. I don't know, or what what do I ask myself? What questions can I ask? If I talk about myself, will I be repeating what I've said on other videos? So I'm all overthinking all that as well. And then I was looking at myself in the screen, and I was like, okay, so I've got a top on. It says Chess with Kids. Maybe I should talk about that. I don't know. I don't know. Um, so I'm just making my cup of tea. I'm checking the chat. It says it's on a slow mode. People can send a message every 5 seconds. Oh, okay. So I'm going through this chat, this reading that on the right because it's very new to me. I'm going to be going live on Monday. So I'm just looking to see, okay, so this is how it's going to be when I go live. So anyway, so let's talk a little bit about me. I am 44 years old. It's actually my birthday this month on the 25th of February. I've lived here since 2012. I moved here from the UK to Jamaica. My parents are Jamaican. My grandparents left Jamaica in the 40s, both my maternal and paternal, and then they came to England to work and sent for my parents when they were a little bit older, like around 8, 9 years old. And then they moved to England, and then they met each other, and then I was a product of that marriage. That's pretty much how I am in the UK with an English accent. My parents are Jamaican. Um, you are still, you make me feel so much older. I'm still a very, I'm kidding, you look much younger. Oh, I don't, thank you, Dion. I appreciate that, because sometimes, girl, I feel like my age. And then I look at myself and then I think I look like my age. Like I look at my hands, my fingers, and I'm like, when I do that, they look younger than when I do that. Like, oh my gosh! But I appreciate that. I would say, Dion, and by the way, it's going to be a very fluid conversation. I might start talking about stuff to get the conversation going, but I'm really going to be interacting a lot with the chat. So, you saying that I look younger than I am, I'd say living in Jamaica extremely helped. Changing my lifestyle in regards to what I eat and what I drink especially helped. Starting a wellness journey a few years ago. My boyfriend is a Rastafarian, so his way of lifestyle, I always get it wrong, but who he is, and the things that he does in his life has really heavily influenced me, and it's all in a very great way. So one of the things that I've learnt or I've been inspired by, or that's part of our lives, is juicing. So I create my own juices, Dion. So I just recently posted on TikTok a video of a juice that I made. It had like raisins, papaya, watermelon, lime, carrots. Yeah, I do fruit and vegetables. I don't really care whatever's in my fridge or whatever I buy. So that's what I did. And then a couple of days ago, I'm going to take you into my fridge. Right. So a couple of days ago, I did this juice, Dion, which's got beetroot and pak choy, ginger. And I usually juice every 2 to 3 days. In my freezer, I also freeze fruits and vegetables. So that green stuff is pak choy. I've got bananas. I've got some pineapples. So Mala will prepare fruits for breakfast every morning. And I will eat some that I like, and the ones that I don't really like, or the ones that I'm like, let me just save, I'll put them I'll freeze them. And what I do is I use more of the vegetables like pak choy, bok choy, callaloo, things like that. And then I use the fruits to sweeten it. So I don't use sugar either. Well, so that's helped me with my skin and looking younger, I believe, and feeling younger as well. I move better. Sounds good, the juice ingredients. Yes, all natural ingredients. If you visit me, you are just going to either be offered juice or you can have some water, because that's all that's really there. I on occasion will have maybe a what is it? carbonated. I call it a fizzy drink. My gosh, right? But that's hardly often, and very much in moderation. It's just that sugar rush, right? Or that sweetness. But otherwise, 99% of my intake is fruits and vegetables in my, I'll show you my, oh, I've just washed it actually. I was going to show you my blender. Let me just see if I can kind of, does that work? No, that doesn't. So that's my blender, but it's a ninja, but I was like, where's the rest of it? But I used it yesterday or the day before, so I'd washed it. I was like, where is it? All right, so let me go to my cup of tea. And then it's like you do juices, Natalie, and then you're having a cup of tea. It's like, does that even make sense? Probably not. It doesn't, but that's me. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Dion, for still being here and watching. Thank goodness, because otherwise I'd be just talking to myself. But you know, if I have to talk to myself for a little bit until people decide they want to come on it, then fine. As you noticed, Dion, I never announced this. I didn't put it on social media. I didn't send it in WhatsApp or in an email that I was doing this. I just wanted to do something a little bit more spontaneous and unedited. And also, I've never done a live before, so I figured, well, I might as well just see how it works for when I do it on Monday. But when I do it on Monday, it's going to be different because I'm going to be using Zoom for that, because I got like a little presentation and stuff that PowerPoint presentation that I want to have in the background as I'm talking to you. So you'll see me in a little circle. So let me go to the chat. I was still in bed when you popped up. So you got a notification. Wow. Okay. I didn't think anybody would get a notification, considering the fact that this is quite low key. I decided to do it like a couple of hours ago. And I was talking to ChatGPT, Dion. Like, I was asking Amani her honest opinion about me doing something like this, and she actually was, and I said, be honest and objective, and she actually was quite honest and objective, and I felt quite encouraged to do it. So I just created the title and a description, and then put a few keywords in and then posted it. But I didn't know that it also posts. I didn't know you get notified. So, yeah, I did think you'd get notified. But yeah, so here I am in sunny Kingston, sunny Jamaica. There's a bit of noise outside and something's going on outside, but this is the view from my kitchen. I have no idea what's going on there, but yeah. I probably need to be a bit quieter. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, here's the view from my kitchen. I have no idea what's going on. And people might be outside be thinking, like, what is going on? What's she recording? Who is she recording? Is she allowed to? Does she need permission? Or, that sort of stuff. So just milking my tea. So I don't, as I mentioned in the, oh, thank you, Dion. No, it's actually not a nice view. Let me just quickly show you the view from the living room. It's like legit, Dion, like a screensaver or a desktop monitor, a desktop saver. And actually, I think I have used some of these for Zoom as well, backgrounds. But those are I was going to say, I'm going to say these are the hills of Jamaica. I have no idea what hill. Actually, mountain. Well, there's mountain as well as, people say mountain, people say hills. When I'm in Jamaica, I say hills, but they're also mountains. But yeah, so that's what I see every morning. And then, hello. And then at night, all the lights come on. Well, obviously in the hills and the mountains, and they're like little twinkling stars. It's quite cool, actually. Thanks, Dion. It is beautiful, and the trees. And then at the top, we live in an apartment, and there is a rooftop that you can actually go up to. and it's a view of the Kingston Harbour, which I do like going up there. Especially and also at night time we see the lights, and so when it's New Year's Eve and there's fireworks, we can just go to the top of the roof or the rooftop. It's kind of a rooftop top garden, but there is no garden. Do you know what I mean? But you can go up there. so and I've gone there a few times to see the fireworks on New Year's Eve. But yeah, that's the view that I have. I love it. I'd rather be on the north coast. Which you'll see where you see the ocean, the Caribbean Ocean, and on one side of you, and the hills on the other, the mountains, depending where you are. So yeah, so I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar into my tea, even though I don't use sugar in my juices. I don't actually even need sugar. Sometimes I forget, and I sit down, and I'm like, "There's no sugar in this," but then it's fine. Where it used to be like I recognized there was no sugar in it, and I go and get sugar. So I usually use honey, but I haven't bought any at the market. So Dion, it's just you and me here still. We have I've got one person on there. I did see a couple people, well, one person come on and then drop, but I appreciate you being here. Let me go back to Dion. Yes, it is. It is. But for now, I'm in Kingston. Yeah, there were 2 hours. They probably were like, yeah, not interested. Bye. What's this about? Yeah, didn't think it was that about that. Maybe the time as well. But it's not just this side of the world, right? For YouTube, it's all over the world. But also, it does take a little time for YouTube to push it out. But hey, girl, Dion, I'm just being super optimistic, right? Why do I keep laughing at myself? Why do I keep laughing? Oh, we have someone else join. Hello, and then they dropped. Oh goodness, that's funny. In the sentence that I said it, I'm just wondering, like, so I've been on for 17 minutes and 53 seconds. Dion said, at least you're bold to go live. Thank you. I think, but so for me, I'm live, but I'm not live in front of anybody. Makes sense? Like, it's, but even for that as well, I don't even mind doing that either if I'm in front of people talking. But this to me is easier because even though you're live, there's nobody really there that you can hear or see. You're just really talking to yourself. And on the right hand side, you see the chat, but you are still live. Yeah, I am, but there's only one person talking. There's only one person watching, so I shouldn't feel too nervous, right? Do you know what I mean? What's going on there? Oh, it looks like there's a delivery of a washing machine or something. That's why they're there. Tons of people are going to see it afterwards. Oh, you think so, Dion? I hope so. I was just thinking, so I'm walking around to the living room, and I thought to myself, maybe I should go and do a tour, right? Oh goodness, let's put this down. Like, I should put it here. Of like, that doesn't really work, does it? Of where I live, like outside in the apartment complex. We have a swimming pool. We have the rooftop garden. We have like places where you can go and picnic. Or take a blanket out and sunbathe and read a good book or watch a good Netflix or Hulu or Peacock or any of the other ones that we watch. I thought about doing the live downstairs at the swimming pool. end. And it wasn't actually internet connectivity that was the issue. It was more, I'm going to sweat. And then I didn't know, based on, because it's really sunny now. Could you see me on the screen, and could I even see you on the screen? And then I thought about, what if my laptop overheats? Yeah, a lot of things were going on. A lot of things were happening. I was overthinking a lot of stuff. But and then there's another question. Why am I drinking a cup of tea and it's like, I don't know, very, very hot and sunny outside, put it that way. I'm not actually like in England where it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening, and I know it's already dark. And I know that's the right time to have a cup of tea, because it's dark, it's cold outside, probably raining. I suppose I probably should be drinking a rum punch or something like that. Actually, I can create that in my blender. I could get some crushed ice, get some juice, pour some Coca Mania or something like that in there, and then just make a what's it? Keeps you cooler when it's hot and you drink hot stuff. I heard. Yeah, I heard that as well. When you're hot, you should drink something like this, because your body gets hotter, so your body wants to cool down. But then I swear though, Dion, when I've drank something hot, I just get hotter. Not cooler. I thought of it like that. So anyway, happy Saturday to you, Dion. Thank you for being there to support. In my background, there are, what's that? That's for when I'm doing recordings, for the light. And also being quite dark as well, and making sure that I get the right light and balance so people can clearly see me or see me better. Oh, I have 2 cats. We have 2 cats. I might as well show you those. One's looking at me. So, hello, Chair. Say hello, Chair. Say hi. Say hi. Chair. 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 So that's Chair. He was named after Che Aguero, something like that. I can't remember. Malo named him after a Cuban fighter. It's also the nickname for a Spanish team. Is it Valencia? Yes, he is adorable. He's got the personality of a dog, though. He really, really does. Now, this is Nala. Where are you, Nala? Say hi, Nala. Say hi, Nala. They are siblings. They're from the same litter. Same mum, different dad. Female. Now, Nala, she has feline tendencies. And nobody needs to be touching her. When she's ready, she'll come and talk to you or love you. Otherwise, don't call her. She will call you. Okay? She isn't vocal. The only time she's vocal is when she needs her food. Now, Chair, like I said, personality of a dog. So he'll come and meet me at the when I come home. He'll like run from one bedroom to the other as you're walking through, like the rooms and stuff. He jumps up on every morning. When I wake up and I come into the kitchen, he'll jump up, or if I'm sitting down, he'll jump up on the sofa to say good morning. So he's very like that, very active like that. Nala's just like, you will see me when I'm ready to eat, which is once every 12 hours, or when I need to go and do my business. Otherwise, don't bother me. So yeah, but they're a great balance for each other. Chess personalities like me is paired very well with my personality, and I think Nala's personality is paired very well with Mala. Yeah. even down to how they sleep. Chair sleeps like that. So do I. Nala sleeps like that. Or she might sleep like that, but not as bad as he does. And Manners very much like that. So it's kind of cool and it's weird because that was never how we picked the cats. Because we adopted them when they were like 6 weeks old. So I don't know how all that happened because when I first saw the cats, Nala was very protective of Che. When I kind of went into like closer to the cage, Nala was and Che was just like, what the hell's going on? Type of thing. He was sleeping. Yes, very much Dion, two different personalities. So yeah, just drinking my cup of tea, sugarless, and it's actually quite nice. Yeah, exactly. The irony is, it feels like there's too much sugar in this, and there's actually no sugar in it. Why? It's interesting when you wean yourself off. I used to have three teaspoons of sugar years ago, and I just slowly weaned myself off, Dion. So, Dion, how are you? Um, I know we recently spoke or voice note, but I'm just saying, how are you? How's your Saturday going? What time is it where you are? Tell us where you're from. Sick. Really sorry to hear that. Well, I hope some of the juices, the natural remedies that I have just shared with you will help you for 3 days. It's getting a bit loud. So we've got Dion all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Dion's also, if I can disclose that, is that okay to disclose how I know you, Dion? I don't want to. You're having your dizzy spells. So are you in bed, rested? Oh, looks like she said yes to that. Well, in the message, she said, like, pardon me, I can't wait to begin my sessions again. So Dion is one of my coaching clients. I've been coaching Dion all since last year, October, maybe. Yes. Helping her to start her own business online, or to actually not start it online. It was already there, but just really now strategically and intentionally focusing on growing her business, making money online, having a passive income. Um, and it's, creating her own website, which she already had. And I'm just so glad that she moved from being dependent on somebody that she was paying to do her website to actually using the webs, actually having that handed over back to her. And now she's depending on using it and doing it and editing it and updating it and creating it herself. So I'm really glad that she was able to move from that in a matter of weeks. Um, she's put, she's rested. Thank you, Dion. It wasn't done. It wasn't doing anything, Natalie. I started with you. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to help. That was probably one of the most memorable conversations that I've had with one of my coaches, in looking at something that they were doing. And I'm thinking, why are you paying someone to do that when you can do that yourself? And then teaching her how to do it. And now she's doing it herself and don't need to pay nobody no more until she's ready to outsource it again when she's ready, though. Right. And it's not just that. Well, it's about understanding how to create and build your own website. And sometimes we get a little bit stuck in our head with, we want everything now, or someone's very convincing in what they say and how they say, I'm going to help you do this, I'm going to make you do this, and then the unhidden costs of, it's going to cost this, it's going to cost this, or it's only this. But then when you continue talking, it's like XYZ. And in my journey of starting my own business, everything you see, my website, my digital products, my services, solutions, everything that I've done to start my business, I taught myself. And if I'm investing into anything, I'm not investing into where people can do it for me. I want to see if I can do it myself before I think about asking someone else to do it. And don't get me wrong, once my business scales and it gets too busy where I can't do it anymore, then that's when I'll outsource it. But the great thing about when I outsource it is that I already know how to do it. So nobody can really be saying, oh, it's going to cost this, it's going to cost this. It's more, we've got to fix this and we've got to fix this. When I know, not Nagasa. Oh, my little patwa came out. So yeah, so I'm just really glad that I've been able to help one of my coaches to be empowered to learn and to do herself, and in the same time saving money as well. You motivated me, girl, as well. Just in reaffirming and validating that I should be doing this. You helped with my website that was not launched, and I'm paying for it for a year now. It's up and running. Exactly. So yeah, so it's still me and you, Dion. Some people have popped on, some people have, for like a second. It's like, how is that possible? How can you click on something for a second and then know in that immediate second you're not interested? Well, actually, it is possible, because I was on TikTok this morning. I needed to post something, and so I was on there just looking for some music and to go to pair with what I was posting. And yeah, when I searched and then I was like scrolling, yeah, it was like probably 1.1 second. I was like, nope, not interested. So yeah, it's very much possible to do that. Well, Dion, I hope you are getting some ideas and tips from this live that I'm doing. Because I know that one of your goals is also to create a YouTube channel. I know, not really probably yet ready for the on-camera face. That's fine. But it's, you have podcasts as well, right? Which are live and nobody sees you. So you could do that. Let me go back to the chat. Sometimes they save it to come back to it. I do that, especially if I'm busy. Oh, are you talking about when someone goes on a live and they look at it very quickly and be like, okay, I'm going to save that later to watch it because it's a live? Is that how you mean? See, I knew it. Podcast, yes. Facebook, no. Face, no. I'm getting to know Dion a little bit better every day. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for that, Dion. I'm thinking of maybe, I might do just an hour live, maybe every Saturday. So we've got 27 minutes left. Yeah, so we've got 27 minutes left. And just see how it goes, because after the live, it's going to be in the record. I'm gonna create a playlist, Dion. It's going to be something like get to know me, ask me anything, unedited sort of thing. Spend time with me. So, and it's not necessarily have to be at home. So wherever I am on a Saturday, and I try my best wherever I am to be going live for an hour. Well, I committed to. I definitely haven't committed there. You're supposed to. What's the saying? Under deliver so that you can over deliver, or is it don't over deliver and undeliver? I don't know. What I'm saying is, my aim is to on a Saturday, maybe not. I don't know. I might do it a little bit later in the day just to see how the peaks and stuff like that, or when people are on. But this was around the time that people will be on. Actually, it was about 10:30. No, this is the peak time that I'm at the moment. But if I'm posting to do it maybe like 90 minutes before the peak. But anyway, so I should have started at 10:30. But ain't nobody gonna have time to start at 10:30 and then talk for 90 minutes. We ain't doing that. We're just not doing that. We'll just do what we need to do. So this was the peak 12 till 2. So I think I started at like 11:45 or something like that. So that's fine. So yeah, I'm going to try my best every Saturday, wherever I am, because I'm on my laptop, but I can do it on my phone. I'm going to try and experiment going downstairs, sitting out in the garden, well, the greenery area. Maybe go upstairs and do that. You know what I mean? And I'll show you a bit of Kingston and mountains a bit higher up. We go back to the chat. Okay, that sounds great. Each session will be different then. Yes, I'll be in a different area. Yeah. Yeah. And it's given me a little bit of energy as well because I had different scenes. Yes, different scenes. And I have a bit more energy as well after doing this live. Maybe because I just like to talk. That could be why. Yeah, I just like to talk. So what time is it where you are in Brooklyn, Dion? Because for me, it's 12:09. Oh, we're on the same time zone at the moment until March, when I think will you jump back or jump forward? So I was just coming to the kitchen because it feels like lunchtime, because my body feels like lunchtime. This is what Mala had prepared earlier today. Let's see if I can. How do I do? Can I just oh yeah. All right. So this is the skin of pineapple. So what he's done, he's boiled the pineapple skin, and he'll make juice. And here's the pineapple. So yeah, that's what he did. Oh, let me show you some of the fruits that we have. So he put sugar in his juice. He ain't got no time for that. We don't do that. So he doesn't drink any of my juice, which is a win-win for me because it's more juice for me. So these are some of the fruits. Like we're going into our second week. We go to the market every 2 weeks. So this is our kind of next week Friday we're due to go. So we haven't got as much as we did at beginning of last week. So these are papayas. Some more papaya and cantaloupe. So what I typically do is when he does it every morning, I don't really like to taste the bananas. But I love freezing them and blending them, putting them in a juicer. So when he gives bananas, I'll just chop them up and put them in the freezer. The same with the pine. Well, I do like fresh pine, but I really like pineapple in juice as well because it's a sweetener. So I freeze that. And then I'll eat the papaya. I'll eat the whatever others. I don't really like watermelon. I don't know why I don't like the taste of water. I don't know. It needs to be really, really fresh, I suppose. So what I do is I just leave that in the fridge. And then when it comes to making my juice every 2 to 3 days, I'll add the watermelon to it. And my cats like watermelon as well. Sometimes I give them that. And they like papaya. So let me go to the chat because Dion asked me something. I love pineapple. Do you drink the skin juice? Yes, boil it for about 5 minutes on a high first, then low to medium, and then take the skin, throw it away, and then he just strains it, and then he adds a bit more water, and then he adds his sugar, and then he drinks it like that. Sometimes he mixes it so. If he's because I buy not True Juice because anybody ain't got no time for them prices, but there's Country Fire. What's it called? Country Fire? What is it called? Pure Country. So this is sugar, but it's juice, which he likes, right? Which he's always drank. So he'll sometimes mix the pine with this sometimes just to stretch it out, or just drink it by itself. And I like to add it to my juice that I create in my blender. Here's the blender. I put the fruits and everything in here, and then I'll add some of that juice or some of the Pure Country juice because it's got sugar, so it kind of gives it that little bit, but not too overpowering. I tend to use ginger. I do use a lot of ginger because to me that's like a sweetener. It gives flavor to the juices that I make. Okay, Watermelon is nice, but I don't really like it these days. Yeah, I don't know. I'm the same. If I'm gonna have watermelon, I have to I've got to eat it that day. I don't want to like eat it 2, 3, 4 days later, even though it's fine. Yeah, just has to have that certain je ne sais quoi. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just contemplating time for me to have something to eat. I was thinking of I'm here. I'm just trying to work out what to eat really quickly. I've got like bean stew. I've got quinoa. The bean stew has red kidney beans. Is it red? Royal light red kidney beans, and then small kidney beans with chickpeas, and that was it. That's what I created. And then I got quinoa. Oh, and then I did curry quinoa with beans as well. So there's that. I don't know what to eat. And then I did callaloo, rice and callaloo as well. So you said you don't have beans in a can. Of course we have beans in a can. I just don't like cooking beans from a can. I like to do it the old school way, to me. Or maybe not old school, because I don't think it should be old. I don't think it's about being old school. I enjoy cooking my peas, and I enjoy soaking them overnight until they swell, seasoning it, but cooking it, and going through that whole thing. Process is easy and quick, right? But it just, to me, doesn't taste like how it tastes when it's done from scratch, from beginning to end. So yeah, if you're in a hurry, do that way. If you have the time and you allocate that time and it's something that you enjoy, then I do it the other way. It takes longer to cook the beans. Well, yeah, because the beans are already cooked, so you're correct. But then you have different beans that take different lengths of time to cook. So like these, which are light red kidney beans, these can be cooked really, really quickly. You don't even have to soak it that long either, right? Something like chickpeas, you really need to soak for about 8 hours. That's an overnight thing. But then from the morning till the afternoon. But you really see the difference once you soak them as well. And the cooking, yeah, it's whether you have time, but you can cook them in pressure cookers and things like that. But I don't know, after a period of time of me cooking these beans, because Mallory and we are pescatarian, and if we're not eating fish, we eat plant-based ITIL food. So things like beans and peas and things like that, because I use it quite often. I cook quite often with it. I understand how long it takes, so it's no longer really long. It's like I can balance it out, and in regards to how long things take to do. So that's why I've got quinoa. You have bean stew. I did chunks with pasta, things like that. I cook now. I no longer eat meat. I gave up meat December 2023, and I really thought I'd miss it, but I really don't. You soak yours overnight too? Yeah, I soak mine overnight too. So I'm just trying to work out what I was going to eat. Oh, I did cook this. It looks and tastes really nice. Well, maybe not look, but I think this is all the cheese that's left. So I cooked, I brown stewed chunks and then added some pak choy to it. I also added a bit of gin. It's really good for making sauces. Like, I don't drink gin. it was given to us by a friend a couple of years ago, and it's just been sitting there. So I went on to ChatGPT and said, ChatGPT, you can add red wine and white wine into foods and sauces. Can you do that with gin? I asked ChatGPT before I did it. And Amani gave me some, that's who I call, gave me some, I call Amani is the name for ChatGPT. Gave me some really awesome ideas. And so I did. And oh my gosh, Dion, the sauce is out of this world. Like, it's thick. And oh gosh, and it's brown. I do a lot of brown stewing of stuff, right? Or stew down, casserole sort of thing. So with tomatoes and things like that. So this just thickens it out. And yeah, I put it in I was like, waste not, want not. So I use this. I use red wine as well. Red wine gives it that pep. To me, it gives me that flavor of being kind of hot and fiery, peppery type thing, depending on how much you put of red wine. I've used Appleton Estate in sauces as well that I create, and even Cocomania as well. And I think to me, it's like when you run out of like things that can thicken your sauce, like your big ass ketchup. Because I have this. Where is it? Where is it? So I use this to make like the sauce for like when I'm doing brown stew fish or anything with a sauce. You know what I mean? Like chunk, whatever. Even when I was eating meat before. So like when you kind of run out of that, or you want to do something a little bit different, so I just add those sauces to make it thick. So that's what I had. And then I had some cheddar cheese. So like every year when I was self-employed, employed, we'd get like bun and cheese for every April, Easter. I don't eat cheese. Well, I don't eat that type of cheese. And I'm not really a lover of cheese anyway, unless it's mixed into stuff or it's on pizza. I don't really like cold cheese. So I've had it in the drawer, in the cupboard for a little while, and I just took it out, spoke to Amani. What can I do with this cheddar cheese? Because it's in a tin. Can I cook this? Can I melt this down? I want to make a cheese sauce with this. And then it showed me, and I did the cheese sauce, mixed it together. I'm not really a lover of cheddar cheese though, because it doesn't pair very well when you want to make a sauce. You want to use I use something like mozzarella or provolone. Am I just making shit up now? Oh, sorry, I swore. Please don't block me, YouTube. But I use mozzarella, those things that where you can kind of it's more softer and it more mixes with the sauce. This was a little bit chunky, but anyway. So the brown stuff is the chunks, and then I try my best where I can to use more organic food. So this is an organic pasta that we bought. Yes, that's the pasta that we use for. This is the sugar. This is the quinoa that we use. I don't eat. I eat brown rice now. I have for about a year or so, because I just couldn't keep up with the basmati and the tilda rice. It's just too much on my stomach, man. I look like I got a little bit of baby. Hey, Tamika. Oh, Dion, Tamika's here. Well, she was here. She's gone now. So that's what food intake is. It really is it's grains, it's peas, it's beans, it's quinoa, it's couscous, it's tofu. My goodness, Dion. All these years I've heard all these not so good things about tofu on the news, right? From very, very young age. And then I started eating it a couple of years ago and I was like, oh, what the backside? Bag juice. Why haven't I been making tofu from the longest time? Samantha taught me about tofu. So I use tofu now. Mighty God, I can make some tofu dishes. Fried tofu, baked tofu, brown stew tofu, tofu with spaghetti. Mighty. It's just really, really nice. Oh, welcome back, Tamika. Sorry, I know someone called Tamara. Welcome back, Tamika. I was just telling Dion just about some of my food journeys. Dion said I should try laugh out loud gin. Yeah, man. Do you know the ting? Oh, I like that. Gin adi ting. Anyway, you should try it. I got a new recipe. Yeah, gin or wine. Yeah, man. If you don't know Scotch bonnet, just put a little red wine in your sauce, Dion. It tastes like Scotch bonnet. Or it's not that fiery and peppery, but I remember putting a bit too much red wine, and I was like, what? But it was nice. So sometimes when you make mistakes, you learn some new things that you can do and how you can cook, and you learn the different measurements as well. Wow, we have 3 people on the chat now. Oh my gosh, Dion, my ride or die Dion. Okay, we lost him. I've only got 2 now. Anyway, so let me go through. Dion says she's got a new recipe, which was gin or wine. Tamika's saying hi. Tamika's saying I'm back. So how are you, Tamika? Are you on a lunch break at work, or you got some time to be on this? Nope, she's gone again. Well, Dion, because we know who Tamika is, I'm going to put it down to maybe there's some Wi-Fi issues, with people that, maybe, because I don't think that Tamika would just be like, I'm just going to come on the live and then come off the live. Well, she might have, I don't know. Awesome, good to see you. Yes, Tamika, I'm just doing a kind of like low-key live. I'm thinking about exploring unedited lives where people can just get to know me, ask me any questions. We can just chill and jam and have a conversation about anything and everything. I'm taking you into my life. See my eyes move, and I'm only doing it when Mala's not here. But I just really wanted to be a bit more connected. Like, I really do like YouTube, but sometimes it just feels a little bit disconnected or disingenuous, or because everything's created, right? You go through a creation process and editing process, and I just kind of doesn't really connect with me on those type of values, type of thing. Even though I do enjoy it and I do see the wonderfulness of doing videos. It's just a lot of time and energy and resources. And to me, it's like, if I do a live, there's no creating and editing. It's just very much the raw nats. But also people can interact with me more, ask me questions. They can get to know me. They can see me in my life. So I'm going to try every Saturday, wherever I am, to do this just for about an hour. I'm not really, Tamika, going to be like, promoting it and posting it everywhere. People see it. If they don't, they don't. And I'm going to create a little playlist which is just around Nats unedited. And these will be in there. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do different scene. I was saying to Dion that I probably might be downstairs, because I can be downstairs. We've got like a lot of grass area. We have a pool. There's a rooftop. If I'm on the road, I'm going to try my best as well, wherever I might be, even though I spend a lot of time in the house because I'm just really busy. But I'm going to try my best to do this once every Saturday. And just really, everybody just come with your questions, your comments. What do you want to know about me? I'll share some stuff. Like, I'll get the conversation going, like what I did earlier on with Dion. Dion said to me she got a notification. I was like, why are you getting a notification for this? Because I didn't really promote it, but I suppose it's the internal YouTube notification. And I just think lives are better than recorded. I feel like I can be more authentic. You either like it or you don't. I'm your business. Okay? But people can get to know me a little bit more. So let's go into the chat. We've got Dion said, and you are about to end. That's when you will have more. No, true. So I don't know. Do you think with the YouTube algorithm, it takes a little time, Dion and Tamika, for persons to get it pushed to them? And maybe my live should be an hour and a half, because when I was talking to Amani, she did say like it takes a little while for the YouTube the YouTube algorithm to push out. You probably want to do something between like an hour to an hour and a half for my training session. So maybe, because it was just me and Dion. We were the ride or dies, weren't we, Dion? Like, I think Dion came on in about 4 seconds. I was like, dang, like, how did that happen? So Dion's been there for a minute. She was, I was showing her about my cup of tea, making me a cup of tea, and how important it is. I showed her Chair and Nala. Actually, people will see that in the rewind anyway. The replay. And yes, Dion, I've got 4 people. Yes, Dion, I have 4 people watching. I have you on notification for all. Oh, bless up. I really appreciate that. I just, I'm seeing that I've got a like. I'd love it if you could like for me this live video, share it if you want to. It's up to you. I don't mind. It's just me and Nats. It's me, Nats, and I in all my realness with my English accent, where I sound like Harry Potter apparently, but I don't think I do, because like I ain't no boy. And I ain't no 11-year-old boy at the time anyway, when people said that I sound like Harry Potter when Harry Potter came out. Okay, Suzette, hey, that name sounds familiar. Suzette, hey. Why does it sound familiar? Okay, so hello, Suzette. Happy Saturday. Welcome. Thank you so much. I've got somebody else that's just liked. Yeah, man, VXI. I figured it. I thought it might have been VXI. So what inspired you to start this channel? I know you for a professional capacity. I'm Suzette, your former trainer at VXI. Yeah, man. Yes. I thought I recognized the name. So, and the surname. So welcome. A fellow VXI alumni. I started VXI Jamaica in 2016. I don't know what wave Suzette was in. She might have been in the first or second wave. So it's really good for you to be here. Everybody that's on here, feel free to share, reshare to everybody. I learned a saying a couple of days ago. I think it's Jamaican. So Tamika, Dion, Suzette, I need you to let me know. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Is that Jamaican thing? Is that what we say? Because I didn't know that. So now I know something new. And yes, Suzette. Okay, so you're my day oneer. You're my ride or die. Okay, first wave. Yeah, man, that's going back some time then. Yes. So this is even more of a awesome thing that you're here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. If you haven't liked, please do. I was going to say shit and drop something in the comment, but that's what y'all do in the chat. Welcome, Jess. Oh my gosh, it's Jess Finlay. That's another one that I coach as well. Thank you so much for chiming in. We've got Gabby the chef. Hello. I was in the UK. So I'm going to ask everybody who hasn't already done so far, just to drop where you're from in the chat. And while you do that, I'm going to answer Suzette's question. What inspired you to start this channel? Okay. Adetta, Rockhead Kerr, inspired me to start this channel. Pretty much. Yeah, that was it. That's it. That's the really short answer. If you want the long answer, let me know, Suzette, and I'll answer that, because I'm happy to do that, but I'm trying to be a bit less wordy, right? Right. So, oh wow, greats inspiring greats. Oh my God, I'm a great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because girl, it's been a journey. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, it was a debtor. I had always, my plan was to always start my own business and to become self-employed. And, it's monetizing, creating money, making money for yourself, whether it's online, whether it's through what I do in HR, learning and development, leadership development, my coaching, my, summits, what I facilitate, to actually do that as a business and become a consultancy company. And I've known Adetta through the BPO industry, meeting her at different events and things like that. And then obviously I've seen her on her YouTube channel. I knew about her YouTube channel before it kind of went absolutely amazing. And she was talking about ways that you can monetize. And when she said the YouTube channel and just how she positioned it in compared to all the other social media platforms, from a visibility and from a reach, especially around monetization, YouTube is the best platform for you to use to be able to get monetized. And I was like, wow, well, that's a two for there in regards to monetizing on social media and YouTube. And because I train, because I facilitate, I coach, I do all these things in human resources. I've facilitated to thousands of leaders across the world, teams as well, Jamaica, Guatemala, United States, the Philippines, in the UK. And I did a lot of virtual online training as well during the pandemic. Like I had to convert everything from in person to online. I was like, this is something I could do. In addition to, I wanted to be able to offer training resources, topics and content that can help to grow people both personally and professionally for free, because it ain't cheap, right? If you do these online training or training in person, it's not just about the financial aspect, but it's also about having time to be able to do it in your everyday life. And something like a recording or something like YouTube, you can go to at any time. I also noticed in my 20-year career, even though I may be doing HR, learning and development, teaching and development, not every company offers that or is consistent in offering development to people, to be able to get promoted, or the feedback that's given to say, you need to develop yourself in this, you need to expand this, but they're not actually giving you the resources and support to do it. Or if they do, you have to be at a certain level first, okay? You start getting development with your manager and above, or you only get training and development for a specific type of group who might be earning money, like agents. You see what I mean? So I really wanted people to take ownership for their own development, both personally and professionally, even if their companies and organizations don't do it for them. So that's really what inspired me to start this YouTube channel. Suzette, did that answer your question? And then I'm going to go to the chat to see what. Absolutely. Thank you, Suzette. I asked them, if you're here and you haven't yet, to drop in the chat where you're from, where you're watching from. I'm glad it was inspiring. You see, like when I answered that question, if I had done that question in a YouTube recording, that would have been so difficult. Like, say, you know, I have a list of questions that people ask, and then I'm going to record a video, a long form, and then post it. I would have needed about 7 or 8 takes. I'd be sweating. I would be, you know, I would be like, no, I didn't say it right. Let me start again. Or I'd be like, did I say it? And yeah. So I'm not a huge fan of recorded content, of recorded long form content. This, I think, is more natural. But I know that it has its benefits as well, right? Yeah, because you can just record something and then edit it and stuff and it's there. But I am going, this is a season that I've never been in before in regards to YouTube, and I've only been doing it since last year, May. And so I'm very okay in being not okay in how I feel in regards to YouTube and what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it, based on my passion and my energy, my focus and desire. So I've been, you know, testing the waters with lots of different things on YouTube, long form, shorts, strategy, community posts. And now it's like, let me try the lives. There's the podcast as well, yet to do. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that's just like for later. But this feels a little bit more easier for me to do. So let me go back into the chat. I love this. It seems more natural and authentic. Thank you, because that's what I've been feeling for the last couple of months. I don't know if you've noticed, everybody on my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do, my dears. Please give it a thumbs up and share. If you haven't noticed, on my channel, the last YouTube video I did was, I posted, not did, November 2020, November 25th, 2024. Well, obviously 2024, because it wasn't 2 years ago. So it's been like 2 months. Okay. And I've been pondering what's been going on with the lack of motivation, desire, and discipline and commitment, because I'm very disciplined and committed to things that I want to do, that I enjoy doing, and that I see the passion behind it and the vision. So yeah, but I'm back now, and you're going to see me more. I'll be doing every Monday, starting this Monday February 3rd, I'm going to be doing 8 live sessions, and I'm going to be teaching you all about the 7 habits. Now, it's a very abridged version of the 7 habits. I'm not doing the comprehensive training. It's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours, because it seems like what I'm seeing, it takes a little time for the algorithm to be pushed out and for people to see the live. But with this live, I've promoted it. I didn't promote this one. I just decided like a couple of hours ago, I'm just going to do a live. Really. But the one on Monday, every Monday, 6 p.m. EST time, I'm going to take you through the highly effective habits that people live by, that are highly effective, that I try my best to live by, and that has helped me. After each session, you can go head over to my website, because there I'm going to be releasing more resources that can help you deepen what we've talked about in each session, because each session isn't a comprehensive session. It's more like a high level overview with a few activities, but not really the comprehensive program, but some things that can really start you thinking about what's a highly effective paradigm. What am I, am I living ineffective behaviors because of my ineffective paradigms, and things that you can practice and do, and in the chat. And then you can head over to my website after the session, where I'll unlock some more resources, which are videos, blogs, things that you can download and apply in exercises so that you can continue to further deepen your understanding of the habits, to be able to apply it in your life, both personally and professionally. All the details are on my YouTube channel. I already have 2 of the lives up already for Monday 3rd of February and Monday 10th. So the first one is where I'm going to be talking about highly effective paradigms. What is the maturity continuum? Where does the roots of effectiveness come from? And then the following week, I'm going to talk about habit 1. But that's just a really quick whistle-stop tour. Let me go into this. Hello, Jess. Yes, Jess is one of my coachees. So I've been coaching her since last year, October. So it's really I'm really delighted to see you here, because I know that you're very, very busy, both personally and professionally. So for you to be here, I'm like, woo, yeah. But obviously you have the recording that you can all watch later as well. So you are one of the best. Merci beaucoup. Thank God, I love you as my couch. Yes, I know, girl. I know you meant coach. Continue to inspire. Yes, that's what I'm doing, and that's why I've started to do these lives. I've never done anything so spontaneous in my life, which is quite ironic, given the fact that I decided within 6 weeks that I wanted to move to Jamaica. 13 years ago, I moved. But for something like this, I would never do a live just decide in a couple of hours time. So I'm kind of embracing this as well. So Suzette says to me, so Nat, is YouTube lucrative? Does it pay? Because you mentioned it does take a lot of time. So, well, girl, that was loads of questions. I love it. I'm going to make sure I join that live on Monday. Please do. I'm posting on my other social media platforms, just reminders. I have a mailing list as well. So if you wanted to subscribe to my mailing list, just check out any of my YouTube videos. It will have my website and my email address, where you can request to be added to my mailing list. As I'm talking to you, I'm like, okay, I'll let you know that once this live finishes, I will then just update this YouTube description of all the things that I'm talking about, with links and stuff, like to my website, my email address, so that you can get some stuff, like, make sense, like, because there's not in there at the moment, because I didn't plan to do that. I also offer free coaching sessions or consultation sessions, free 1-hour sessions, where you can just get to spend a little bit more time with me, talking about anything that you want to achieve, that you're struggling with achieving in that hour. And I hope that I can share some insights and some actionable goals and practical things that you can do right now to address whatever we've talked about in that 1-hour coaching session. I'll put all those details in as well. So Suzette says, YouTube, is it lucrative? Yes, it is. You can earn some stupid money, like on here, thousands of US a month that you can earn from your monetization. It just takes one video to go viral, right? But at the same time, even though it takes one video to go viral, you might not get that one video that goes viral until you've done 100. Okay. So that's really what it's like. Like when my first viral video was after 3 months, and I'd already posted like, I can't even remember, maybe about May, June, July, 4, 8, 12, maybe about 12 or 13 videos. That might not sound a lot, but bloody hell, it was for me. And then my first viral video wasn't even about the topic that I was talking about. But it was about me. It was about getting to know me. Like people had asked me, where are you from? Like you say you're in Jamaica, but you got an accent. Are you filming from the US or the UK? And then I started to do like a session of a video, 2 minutes long intro about me. And then one of my friends had asked me, why did you move from the UK to Jamaica? So I was like, okay, those things are easy, right? Because it doesn't really need to be scripted or really thought about. Yeah, it's about for structure, but this is about my life. So it was very easy and quick to do that. And that video went viral. I got 6,000 views in like 2 weeks. I was like, God damn. Like in the 3 months that I was posting, I did like maybe 60 hours, but in the first couple of weeks for that video, that did like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 500 hours. So that's a definition of a viral video. Even though I've only got 12,000 views, that's really what a viral video is. It's that, like, oh my God, I was overwhelmed. And then I had a couple more viral videos as well. So it is lucrative for that one video, but you do need to be consistent. You do need to be disciplined. I would say that, focus on long form, because long form, the longer your video is, the longer people watch it. It's not just about the video going viral that helps you to get your monetization. There's so many more things, like having a catchy title of your YouTube description, your keywords to make it SEO, site engine optimized, so that people can easily search for you, helping YouTube to promote your video for people to see it. Having a catchy thumbnail, but it's also the timing of when you post your video. It's really what makes you successful on YouTube is you all. It's you. Because some people can say, oh, a specific type of topic you should always do because you're going to get lots and lots and lots of money, money out of that. Or the way that you do your video, if you do it this way, it's going to do this and do that. I don't believe that at all. You just need to just look at what people are doing to be inspired to get ideas. But there's no hard and fast rule of how you should be doing your YouTube channel, because you can apply all those things and it still doesn't work. But then at the same time, there are things that if you do apply it, it will work. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Damn. Like, and, you can earn, if you do topics that are education based, you get more CPM, CRM. I'm still very new. It's because I haven't been monetized yet, right? So I'm learning from Adetta, the things, and also Adetta is my coach as well. So I'm learning from her insights. So I haven't got to the monetization to be able to speak about that. I'm speaking about my journey so far. So at the moment, I'm at 53% monetization, 53% of the goal. I've got 2,100 hours. I need 4,000 watched hours to become part of the YouTube partner program, which is where you can monetize from the ads. But then there's a first tier. If you get 3,000 watched hours and 500 subscribers, you already can start to apply to be monetized through. And those things are where in the chat, people can send you chat stickers and stuff like that. I can connect my website to sell my products and services and things like that. So there's different stages. I'm at the stage where I have enough subscribers for both of the monetization benchmarks. I just need to get to 4,000 watched hours. And it does pay. It does. But you need to, it does. If your videos go viral, even if it's only 30, 40,000, 50,000 views, but also it's the topic as well. Out of all of the platforms, even when I look at TikTok, right? The amount of views that I get for something that I post on TikTok can't really compare to YouTube, but I did it in a sort of like weird way. It's not apples to apples, but to me, I will get more views on YouTube, on TikTok, but people
that compared to something that I post on YouTube, but people are watching longer on YouTube than they are in TikTok. On TikTok. And I know it's like, yeah, but Natalie, it's like 1 minute, 30 seconds, 90 seconds, you're doing long form. Yeah, I get that. But I'm looking at it as a perspective of if I'm doing shorts on YouTube or however long, on TikTok, I have to do more and get a lot more views to get those watched hours compared to YouTube, where I don't have to do as much. And then the monetization financially is better as well. In regards to your benchmark, what do you have to do to get that, right? TikTok and Facebook are crazy, like 60,000 minutes or something on a watched reel. And I'm like, are you stupid? Are you lot on crack? So just some things like that, I'm like, whatever. No, we're not doing that. So that's my journey. So I'd say if you're passionate about doing something like this, you have the time. And I'm not talking just about, I'm talking about the time and energy as well, and your mind as well as time, because you need to, you want to create scripts. You're going to want to understand what niche you want to do. But then at the same time, people just go on YouTube and just start a live or just do a video and it has 10 million views. See what I'm saying? There's like, whoa, that's YouTube. Suzette says your content is right up my alley. Professional service and personal development. Yes, Suzette, it's all about that. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'm doing the 7 habits for the next 8 sessions. I recommend, if you want to buy the book, you can grab a copy of the 7 habits if you haven't got the book, because it will help you in the sessions, because the sessions aren't deep dives. They're just sort of like an hour and a half of an overview, but you'll definitely get insights and things that you can action. But I do recommend getting the book, so that it's like you watch a film, you should really read the book as well, because there's so much more that comes out of the book than the film, right? So I'll put all that information in the YouTube description after this live. So we've got, hello, miss. I enjoy watching your channel. I'm originally from the UK, but I'm currently in Jamaica attending school. Oh, hello. If you could drop your name, that would be great as well. I just want to make sure that was from somebody called Simply Gab. So this is awesome, that message that you sent, because I want to do the lives so that people that subscribe to me and watch my videos can see me like this. All like this, right? So I'm really, really happy that that Gabriella has said that she enjoys watching my channel, my videos. Thank you so much. Woo! I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm just so excited. Anyway, right. So, I suppose you've got to start somewhere. You have a vision. You don't know if it's going to work, but you're not going to know if it's going to work unless you start, right? Unless you do. So, Gabriella, big up yourself. I am very happy about that. You said, I'm originally from the UK, but I'm currently in Jamaica attending school. Oh, why are you in Jamaica attending school? I was living in Kent in the UK. Where about in Kent? Because if you know from my videos, I'm Medway Towns. So Strood, Chatham, Gillingham, Rochester, all around there. Suzette says, far response to the question, thanks. Yes, it makes a lot of sense. Sweet. I don't want to deter you from YouTube. Try it. You might like it, or you might not. Anyway, right. One question. What time would be the best time to post? Do you mean your videos, Suzette? Hello. Hi, sis. Oh, my God. Okay, so... I'm saying that because I'm like, who in their bright mind are going to call me sis? But then I'm thinking, well, sis is an endearing, word as well. Like if you're at church, Sister Natalie, Sister Cherry, Sister whatever. So I'm thinking that. But then I'm like, I don't know, because then I'm like, B Isaiah, and B Isaiah, that's my brother. That's one of my brothers. Am I correct? If it is, please highlight your name. Please let me know your name. Yeah, okay. So look, there's 11 in my family. I'm the second oldest. I have 7 brothers and 4 sisters. All right. So I have 8 brothers and 4 sisters. Look, Yeah, we're one big family, okay? Biologically, I have 7 brothers and 3 sisters, but I also need to remember Sarita and Jason, okay? So they're my brothers and sisters as well. So, Rochester. Big up yourself, Gabriella from Rochester. Also, the reason why I moved from the UK to Jamaica is because my family and I love Jamaica, and we have the educate system is better in Jamaica. Oh, well, thank you for saying that. That's nice to hear us promote and advocate things that are positive about Jamaica, our island. B. Isaiah, born in England, raised in JA. Bobby. Okay, so he's not the person I thought. I thought he was one of my brothers. Oh my God, how embarrassing is that? I thought it was one of my brothers, but it's not. So I'm sorry, Bobby. But played against Midway Bears for years. I don't know who Midway Bears is. You're going to have to tell us a little bit about that in the chat. Born in England, raised in Jamaica. So whereabouts in Jamaica was you raised, Bobby? And, you know, I'm not, these questions are not investigative. I'm just wanting to get to know you all a little bit better. If you don't want to write where you're from, where you were raised, you're perfectly fine. I'm just thinking of questions to ask people. But if you have questions to ask me, then you can. So I don't know if Dion's still on, but I said to Dion I was going to be on for about an hour. But the thing is, in that hour, there really wasn't anybody on the call apart from me and Dion. And as it seems like YouTube, as the algorithm is pushing my live out, I'm starting to get a few more people on. So I'm thinking of going for maybe at 1 hour and 21 minutes. I might go for 2 hours, but this really helps me because of my live sessions on Monday. I plan to do an hour to an hour and 25 minutes, like 60 to 75 minutes. But it's going to take the algorithm a little while to push it out. So I'm probably going to need to do 2 hour sessions while people get to hear about this. But then having said that, I didn't promote this. This was on a low key. I was like, I'm gonna do a live, so maybe more people will tune in earlier on Monday because of the post, and also it's a different day. Yeah. By the way, if you don't know this about me, I'm a bit of an overthinker. I overthink well unnecessarily. There's just no need for it. There's just no need, Natalie, to just think that much. All right, so let me go back to the chat. You was watching me from when you was in the UK. Sweet. I'm going to do more videos about Jamaica. I originally was going to do, the plan is I'm going to do recorded videos from Jamaica about my journey and my lifestyle in Jamaica. But at the same time, I'll be back. I'm just putting something in the fridge. But at the same time, if you do have questions, feel free to ask. This is my juice. It's beetroot and pak choy or bak choy. That is all the pulp. Okay. It's healthy and nice. All right. So, Dion's still there. Big up, Dion. You see, people were joining Dion. Dion was my ride or die. My girl was on within like a minute when I went live. I was like, damn, sweet. So, I'm just going to get some juice. Let me go back to the chat. I still don't know who Midway. I still don't know who Midway Bears for years is played. And what's that? What sport is Midway Bears, Bobby? You like the video about when I'm talking about school in Kent? Nice. That was me. I'm happier here in Jamaica. Me too, girl. Me too. Definitely. I have no need to go back to England. I can even renew my passport here as well, my British passport. So no need to go back. You know? But I won't be giving up my citizenship. I ain't that stupid. I'll keep that, my British passport. So thank you, everybody, for liking. And feel free to share so we can get more people on the live. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please feel free to do that as well. I hope that you'll be able to attend my live on Monday. That'll be a bit more structured. We're gonna, it's a training session. I'm gonna be asking you questions. I'm gonna ask you to drop it in the chat so I can go in the chat. You won't see my background though, because I'm gonna put a nice little Zoom background on. Little Zoom background. I'm going to put a photo onto Zoom for my background. I like doing that for my virtual training calls because typically the photos will be a photo of me somewhere in Jamaica, whether it's up in the hills, whether it's down the beach, whether it's at I was going to say a lake, but no, that's not. Is it a lake? A stream? Wherever I've been in Jamaica, I'm just going to put it as a background. It's a great conversation starter. So I'm going to ask you any more questions that you have for me? Let me go to the chat. Ice hockey in Kent. We had an ice hockey team in Kent, Bobby. I lived there for 20 odd years and I never knew that. So Gabriella says, I am now doing a YouTube channel. How's that going, Gabriella? Jess says, I didn't know you were on this morning. I just took up my tablet to watch one of your videos. Thank you. Yes. Please, please, please watch my videos, everybody. Watch it and again to get value from it. If something you've forgotten or you didn't remember, which is the same thing, right? Something you need to know. If you think that these videos that I post on my YouTube channel will help somebody, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Maybe it should be share a friend to share a friend. No, that doesn't make sense. I'll just stop that. You said, wow, you have to join. Thank you, Jess. Oh, thank you, Suzette. The best time to post. Are you talking about the best time to post your video or live? Either way, I can still answer it from a way of. Sorry. I'm just eating the beetroot because I love the pulp. Oh my God, I can't stand beetroot like in your salad. That's just nasty. But in juice, turn up, and leaving the pulp in there. Well, I don't put it on a high, but actually just make it as a smoothie. Turn up. Anyway, back to Gabriel's question. When you first wicked Gabriella, 207 subscribers in 1 month. What's your niche? While you're answering that, when you first start on YouTube, there's it's just best to be consistent in posting. So if you can post at least once a week, that would be really good because it helps YouTube algorithm push out your content, right? If your channel is not interactive, and you're not posting, then YouTube can't work with anything. It works with what you do, but also it works off what your viewers do as well. Okay. When you upload your video, it will give you recommendations when you go to the last part, which is to schedule, and it will show you your the peaks in regards to a 24-hour schedule of when your viewers are most likely going to be on during certain hours. So from there, it will show you the bar chart, but then it will say between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. or 2 and 3 a.m. or 9 and 12 p.m. This is your highest peak of people being online for your viewers. And typically I would post like about half an hour to an hour before the peak. So it gives YouTube time enough to push out your video like it had to do here. I got up to 7 views. I'm like, oh my gosh, 7 people watching. I'm like, hey, ho, because I had no expectations. Okay, right. So there's that way, but then there's other things that you can do, like you can talk to ChatGPT to get advice and guidance on when's the best time to post. But what I would say is just keep posting consistently, committing to whatever schedule you want to do. The more you post, the more consistent you are. It builds up data for YouTube algorithm, but also you are connecting consistently with your viewers. And so more viewers you get, the more data there is for YouTube to analyze in regards to when's the best time to post. Was that helpful, Gabriella? Let me go. Thank you, Jamaica. You're still here. I'm going to be on for another 31 minutes. Fun things to do in Jamaica, how I live in Jamaica. Okay, so are those the videos you want me to create, or is that really what you want me to talk about on my lives? I'm gonna have to try the beetroot, the pulp. I usually strain the juice. Nah, girl, man. Well, actually, all of my juices that I like the pulp and I don't drain. If I do drain the pulp, I freeze the pulp, put it, and I freeze it. And then when I make other juices, I just take the pulp out of the freezer and add it to it. I have no idea, and the pulps could be in there for a minute, so I have no idea what's going to be what's in them. So it's like a little surprise when I add it to my blender. I'm like, I wonder what this pulp could be like. It just adds a little bit of a different pop to the juice that I make. Great juice. My son says that is. Oh, thanks. I really like your vibes, Miss Natalie. Thank you, Gabriella. I appreciate that. I'm a bit hot. I'm sweating. I'm like, do I go and get a flannel, my rag, or so I just take some paper towel and just, that answered the question to that. So thank you. I really do love my vibes as well. And that's another reason why I wanted to do some projects on YouTube, because of the feedback that people have said about my vibes and my energy and the presence that I bring in training, whether it's virtual training. Like people will say, Natalie, whenever we're on your training sessions, especially when it's virtual, it's never boring. And virtual training can be sometimes like, or you end up, so falling asleep, or you end up doing multiple tasking. You end up multitasking, right? Like checking the emails and stuff like that. They said that you keep me engaged, you keep me connected, interested, you hold me accountable. And my accountability is like, hey, just give me a sign if you're there in the chat, okay? Or I might be like, I'll call someone's name specifically because I hadn't heard from them for a minute, or because they haven't put nothing in the chat. So I thoroughly enjoy virtual sessions because it pushes me to keep you all connected and engaged and enjoying the learning at the same time. And then when I've done in-person training, I've hosted leadership summits and things. The feedback is, Natalie, we like your energy. You keep the energy high, especially if it's not going very well, it's quite boring, or people don't feel the vibes and stuff. So I really appreciate that. That was something that I wanted to bring to my YouTube channel and bring to the YouTube community. So I hope that my vibes and my energy brings a unique aspect to what I do on my channel, in my lives or videos, and helps it to go viral. Okay, because that's what I'm looking for. Okay. You're really welcome, Gabrielle. I do these videos, but you could those videos, it would be interesting. Oh, you do these videos, fun things to do in Jamaica and how I live in Jamaica. Okay, that's your niche. All right, it'd be great, Gabriella, if you're comfortable with dropping your YouTube handle, YouTube channel into the chat description, so people on this call can, head over there, subscribe and watch your videos. From this recording, we hope people do the same thing. And if anything, I want this community to be a space where people support and help others. Not just support and help others, but are inspired and can learn from this community of what we are all doing at different aspects of our journey in our lives. Thank you so much for your likes. I've got 6 likes. You see, it's the little things. When You don't have any high expectations. It's a good thing because you end up being like this. What? And then I got 6 people watching. I'm like, oh my gosh, Tamika and Dion. Like, seriously? Like, Jess, like, oh my gosh. So, do you have any more questions? I'm thinking I want to eat. It's also started raining, which is not a good thing. Well, actually, it's not a bad thing. I'm going to walk around. I decided to get a flannel, or we call it a rag. So, just opening up because dang, it's hot, man. I'm here. I got this little fan. This is something that I use for my recordings because it's so hot. And ain't nobody putting AC on because that's a lot of money. And I don't have AC in where I record, which is here. And then my other fan, my ceiling fan, is just not helpful. And I have a floor fan, which is way too loud. If you want to be like, what is that in the background, Natalie, your recordings? And so Adetta, my coach, she got me this. I was talking to her about one of my sessions. She didn't understand why it was taking me so long. Excuse the dust. Yeah, that's because I got cats. Why it was taking so long to do my editing or to record. And I was telling her because I have to stop and start because of the sweating. And she said, Natalie, I know exactly what you mean. And so she gifted me this. So I was like, thank you, Adetta. That's just, appreciated it. Dion says, no, can't wait for Monday. I don't know what that answer is to or what that response is to. I'm sure Dion will tell me. Suzette Hayes says, you're successful and inspirational. Share your number one recommendation for becoming a success. What's the one thing you believe people need to know? Girl, Suzette, you're good. Them questions, them high value questions. Yeah, I can tell you were my first wave of fit size a trainer. I'm like, damn, like these questions, you're going in hard. Oh, Dion, you asked if I had any questions. Okay, my dear. And you can't wait till Monday. Great. Suzette says your space looks so homey and comfortable. Yes, it is. And if you can hear the rain, I'm going to shut like that. Hopefully, that will dull some of the noise. Thank you, Suzette, about my place, our place. It's very home. Yeah, it is it's comfortable and cozy. Me and Mala and the 2 cats. So I did show the cats earlier on. When you watch the replay, you'll see them. But let me just go quickly. This is Chair. Say hi, Chair. Say hi, Chair. Say hello, Chair. He's like, whatever. Don't be trying to show me to people. Oh, that's our clothes horse, if you can see it. We're drying clothes because it's raining. And then this is Nala. Say hi, Nala. Oh, God. Can you see her? Say hi, Nala. What does it look like? Are you going to look at Nala? Look, don't look at me, you freak. Look at them. No? Okay, bye. So, yes, it's me, Mala, and our 2 cats. Siblings from the same litter. Oh, thank you, Gabriella. I'm glad that I inspire you to do videos. Sometimes it's not easy and tiring, and it's not about being difficult. It's just a lot of energy and focus and commitment, but consistency and discipline. But things like this live, like I said to people, I said earlier on, I'm going to do a live every Saturday for a couple of hours, just so people can ask me questions and talk to me and engage from my videos. So I'm not a robot or an AI, or that like I'm a human. The second cat looks like my cat. Very popular, that coat. It's a tabby. They're both tabbies. Chet is a mixed Siamese and tabby, and Nala is a tabby. Yes, Suzette, they are very unbothered. They're in a routine, like, so this is their sleeping time. So they're like, whatever. I don't care what you're doing. But when I'm hungry, you'll know that I care about what you're doing, because what you should be doing is feeding me. Okay, that's the cats. So let me go back to Suzette's question about your successful inspiration. Share your number one for being coming to success. So Suzette, your two questions very much tie into why I'm doing the live YouTube session of the 7 habits of highly effective people, because in its title itself, it really speaks to your questions that you asked. Habits of highly effective people equals highly successful people. And I would say, from your answer, to be successful, from for me in my journey, is beginning with the end in mind. What do you want to achieve? What are your goals? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish? Or where do you, things like that. And then habit 3 is making it happen. Setting your goals, creating the timelines, or how you're going to do it and when you're going to do it, and being consistent and disciplined around, for me, those 2 habits has helped me to remain in Jamaica after moving, even though that wasn't really planned. It's helped me to, successfully start not 1 but 2 call centers in Kingston, Jamaica. um I am financially free now, because I really wanted to focus on making sure that I don't have unnecessary debt. So that was a habit 2, begin with the end in mind, and habit 3, making it happen. Um, Essentially, though, Suzette, all of the habits that I will be talking about over the next 8 weeks are behaviors, or how we think, which be, you know, how we think is our behavior. It's the output of what we think, right? How we think and our behaviors that apply to how we think, our paradigms, really is a difference between you being successful or not. I don't believe it's the whole, well, I do, but I mean, like, whatever circumstance that you're in, whatever you've been handed down, or in what you've inherited, or your environment, yeah, all that really is it doesn't put you on an even keel to others. However, this up here, I think we're all on a level here where you decide what you want to think, who you want to be, how you want to approach things. And that really differentiates how successful you are, I think. And that's probably the one thing that people need to know. And so, Suzette, your questions that you asked, ironically, and trust me, everybody, we did not talk before this live. Suzette did not, and I didn't decide what she's going to ask me. But essentially, what you've asked, Suzette, that those answers are going to be on the live sessions that I start on Monday. So Gabriella says she has a cat. Her name is Mitten, and she's a kitten. You're a poet and you didn't know it. That's so sweet. And you have a dog too. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome, because we don't have a garden because we're in an apartment. That's why we decided to have cats, and they're domesticated cats. They don't go anywhere. They've never been out. Well, they've been outside on the balcony and in the corridor of our apartment, like outside, but they've never been out by themselves. And if they are, they'll be supervised, but will never go out anyway. So because they're domesticated, that's why we got them. But Mala is a all up and down everyday dogs, which is awesome, because I'm an animal person, because I said I want dogs, I want cats, I want domesticated dogs, I want the security dogs like he wants, the cats. He was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah, I love animals. I think I'll just do the dogs, the cats. I ain't got no time for no birds, because they just the chirping. It's the chirping. Rabbits and stuff and hamsters, not really. But I don't mind like fish, like, in our garden, have a pond or something like that, like koi, something like, I don't know, something like that. I don't mind doing, but I don't want to domesticate fish, because ain't nobody got a time to be domesticate. Domesticated fish. I'm talking about fish tanks because that's a lot of work, you know. You don't have to clean those very often. I ain't gonna have time for that. I ain't gonna have time for that. So we ain't gonna have fish. We're not gonna have any fish. I'm speaking a bit fast. I'm sorry if I'm speaking fast. Does YouTube pay you when you do live streams? Great question, Gabriella, because I did investigate that on ChatGPT. I wanted to know. And by the way, I was inspired to do YouTube lives by one of my friends, Tamika. She's on here somewhere. I don't know if she's still watching. Her name is Tamika Davis Gooden. So she has a YouTube channel. She is coached by Adesha as well. We are part of a Rockstar Academy. And that's how I met her. So she's been doing YouTube videos the last few weeks. And I was like, this seems quite interesting. It doesn't, it seems like something I could do. And I just love being on the chat and talking to people in the chat, and talking to Tamika real time and live. And what she was showing was, I think it was how to create thumbnails, or how to create something you create using YouTube. I'm so sorry, Tamika. I can't remember what it was, but she was walking us through how to use Canva. And so I thought, you know what, I could do that. I wouldn't mind doing that. So I went on ChatGPT to get some ideas and inspiration built on what Tamika did. And then I was like, I wanted to ask about, I'm in my monetization. I'm not monetized yet. Does the lives count to it? And I was very happy with the answer, Gabriella, because ChatGPT said, yes, it does count to it. It's actually a better strategy than just than doing long form. Not that you shouldn't do long forms. Do your long forms and stuff like that, right? But when you do a live, the people that are watching at that time on the live, those hours count to it. So I was like, well, damn, that's really good. But also your replays as well. So I was like, that's like a twofer. So people that are on, watch it, and I get the hours, and then afterwards, when it's just replaying over and over again. So I was like, I'm so gonna do this. And so yes, that's the answer to that, Gabriella. If you're feeling confident about doing lives where you're unscripted, unedited, you're just gonna be talking in the chat, responding to questions from the chat. Just talk if you're comfortable talking about yourself, and also being comfortable with your place where you are, because some people may not be. Some people you have trolls on the internet that just want to find something out of place. Well, to me, it's like, I don't really care, right? And also as well, if you want to criticize something or whatever, it's still advertisement for me, because you're going to talk about it. Yeah, so I'm still on your mouth, good or bad. So that's what that is. So yes, Gabrielle, they will pay you after you monetize, right? After you hit but what I'm saying is, watched hours go towards monetization. You can get watched hours from YouTube live. So after you become monetized and you do YouTube live, yes, you get monetized. And the topics that do really well with monetization, based on how much they pay you per something. I'm still new at this. Educational videos, how-to videos, tutorials, that generates the most income from a monetization from a niche perspective, which I was like, well, that's a win-win for me, because my videos are educational, and they, because of I do training, development, leadership development, team effectiveness, personal individual growth, all that sort of stuff I do. Bye, Suzette. Thank you so much for being on. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. I've got about 12 minutes left, everybody. I'm going to do 2 hours because it's kind of got some more people turned up. What else is on here? Gabriella says, my cat is domesticated, I think. She goes on the street sometimes just to play with the friends, and sometimes she invites her cats home to our house. That's so sweet. Yeah, our cats don't do that. They don't go anywhere unsupervised. They don't, even if they were outside, they're house cats, put it that way. They do not wander around and come back in later. We have a balcony as part of our bedroom. So when we open the, what do you call it? The netting, right? To go out, the cats will follow us out. But when we come back in, they'll come in. Or if we open it, they'll go out, but they're not jumping off, the balcony onto the ground to go and do anything. Nothing like that. They stay their ass in in that balcony area. And if I open the door and I might be outside doing something, or I've just popped downstairs to the car to get something, I'll leave the front door open. They will come outside looking for me or Mala, but they won't go any further than the top of the stairs. And as soon as they see us, they'll just go back in. And they only come out if I'm out there in the corridor. They'll only come out if I'm out there. If the door's open, they ain't going nowhere. But I also think it's a conditioning thing. So the more time we're out there, the more time the door's open, the more time they're going to go out there, type of thing. That's my own sort of analysis of it. I just need to clean the dog's mess. Not all the time though. My dog is on the same my dog on the same bush. Some bushes do the business and helps with his friends and come back. Yep, Canva. I couldn't remember the topic though, Tamika, on what you were talking about on what you were training us on. But I know you were using Canva. I've got a very small amount of watch time hours. I'm trying to grow them. Well, Gabriella, just to remind you, I do offer free 1 hour coaching sessions. So if you want to grab that and take advantage of that session, feel free to. It's on all it. It is actually in most of my YouTube descriptions anyway. If you see my videos, you would have seen it in there, but I'll put it in there as well. You can just click on the link and then decide what day and time. And if I'm available, then if it's available on the calendar, then we can do that. And we can have a bit more time talking about your YouTube journey. If you want any insights, I can, share my screen and show you some of the things that I'm doing in YouTube Studio. Also, I may not talk about my YouTube journey in videos, but Tamika Davis Goodin, she does, she has quite a few videos on things like how to set up your YouTube channel, these things you should do for a YouTube channel, or how to create thumbnails and things. So she's a great person and resource. Tamika, if you could feel free to drop your why do I get tongue-tied? Drop your YouTube channel in there for Gabriella. I keep saying I got a very small amount of watch time hours. Animals are easy to look after in Jamaica. Do you think so? I think it's harder to look after animals in Jamaica. There's not much support for animals in Jamaica as a pet owner. It's more like, animals are just mongrels, or dogs that are mongrels sort of thing. It's like, when I say I've got domesticated cats in Jamaica, they're like, why? so you know what I mean? It's for me, it's been a bit different culturally. All right, everybody. So I've got 8 minutes left. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. I like this approach of not really letting people know. You'll know when you know, but I'm definitely seeing the sort of analytics around, the performance. People start coming in a little bit early, a little bit later. So I think I'm going to do like about 2 hours every Saturday. I'm not sure. Well, I do know the time, probably around about this time. And I'm going to try and have different sceneries, different backgrounds when I'm doing this. Like go downstairs, go upstairs. I ain't got many backgrounds, but I'll have to do it before the rain starts. Thank you, everybody, for dropping by to watch. Thank you for the ones that were here right from the beginning. Thank you for your questions, telling me who you are, where you're from, and just really having a conversation with me and chilling out with me. This was very, very easy. It's interesting. I feel more relaxed and calm doing this than actually doing a recording of a video, which is bizarre. You know what? I'm gonna have to spend some time reflecting on this. So I'm going to eventually create a playlist of these videos. It's going to be like something like unedited, raw, something like that. Please feel free to reshare this video, this live with people. If you haven't clicked like, please do. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to remind you that I have my live starting on Monday. Tamika said link removed. What does that mean, Tamika? Bye, Jess. Hope to see you on Monday. If not, you can watch the replay, and hopefully I might see you next Saturday for another live. Oh, thank you, Gabriella, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Big up to your parents as well for subscribing to me as well. I'm not sure what you mean by link was removed, Tamika. Is that a link that I put in, or is that a link that you tried to put in and it was removed? This has been a great journey as well in regards to testing as when I go live on Monday. You'll come back next week. Thank you. I'm gonna, these lives won't be scheduled. Like my live sessions that I'm going to be doing, that will be scheduled, but these I'll just click live when I do it. But it will be on a Saturday. Oh, you tried to post it, but it was removed. All right. Thank you for that, Tamika. I'm gonna check in my settings to see if that's to do with me, and if it is, I'm gonna get that sorted. Let me see if I can drop it in the chat. I think Tamika as well, it's something to do with some of the settings that YouTube has created when you set up your stream. It's to help avoid like spamming or scammers and stuff. So there are some settings which you can click and unclick, because like, for example, in order to write a message in the chat, there's an option where YouTube will say they have to be subscribed before they put anything in the chat, so that it can limit the scamming, the chat bots, or the scamming bots, or the or the spam messages. So I'm wondering if it might be connected to that, but I've put it in there and it seems to have stayed in there. But I'll do some research on that to find out, because this is a community where whoever comes on here, who is a subscriber, who is a colleague or friend of mine, should be able to promote and share helpful links and information, right? I really want that to be like that. Maybe you have to be a moderator. That's a good point as well. That's a good point. All right, everybody. Well, this is really great timing as well. With 3 minutes left, I've just got a notification that came on my screen to say my laptop has low battery. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you attended later down in the live, feel free to go back and replay and watch at your own convenience. Share, like, I would say drop a comment, but you don't have to do that. You could just, I see it all in here. Bye, Gabriella. Bye, Dion. Bye, Tamika. Bye, Jess. Anybody else I may have not mentioned, thank you also for being here. I will see you next on Monday for the first live session of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So I hope you'll be able to join the live. And if you can't, feel free to watch the replay. After this chat, I'm going to put some more information in the description of what I may have talked about. And Tamika, I'll add your YouTube address channel in there as well. So until next time, everybody, peeps, give thanks, stay blessed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Stay blessed. Bye.